One of the main questions we ask throughout our 4 years in high school is, when are we ever going to use this stuff? On a similar note, something that was drilled into our heads during our time in the English department is how to write an essay. So I figured that now might be a good time to put that knowledge to use. We begin with the introduction. Family, friends, JCHS faculty, and fellow peers, welcome. We are all gathered here today to celebrate us, the body of people sitting down here in the caps and gowns. We're the class of 2017, and today we graduate high school. This would probably be the best place to insert some thank yous, so here we go. Thank you to our parents and families for supporting us and giving us all the resources that we've needed to get to this point. We couldn't have done it without you. Thank you to the friends who have experienced these moments with us. No one could have supported us in the way that you have. Thank you for all the memories, as they are what we will take away from high school for the rest of our lives. In addition to, the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. You always need to cite your sources, and A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Thank you to our teachers, who have taught and inspired us in so many more ways than just what the Common Core says. You have given us the foundation that we need to be strong people and educated citizens as we go out into the world. You have shown us what love of knowledge looks like, and how that love of knowledge can provide us with a world of possibility. You've shaped our skills, like inquiry, creativity, and critical thinking. You've armed us with all we need to conquer the world. And some of you taught us history, so you've literally shown us the best strategies for conquering the world. To finish the intro, one always needs to include a thesis. The JCHS class of 2017, although initially fragmented, has developed into a strong, united group of unique individuals with abilities that will allow us to have a special impact on the world which we are about to enter. We heard it all the time, even in middle school. We were told by countless people that our class was divided, separated into cliques and different social groups that didn't mesh together very well. When we were younger, we weren't as aware of the specific set of circumstances because we were happy where we were, in our groups and our close-knit circles of friends. However, as we got older and entered high school, things began to change. Social groups shifted as relationships broke down and new ones formed. We noticed that we had a problem, and we weren't sure if we would ever be able to fix it. Now that our time together has ended, I am proud to say that we did it. I can think back on many moments where we stood together. From pep rally day during our tailgate in the parking lot. Of course, here we have another perfect opportunity to reminisce yet again about Nick jumping on top of that car. And walking through the halls chanting 2K17. To our senior walkthrough, which happened just a few weeks ago. On that day, an entire group of students who once stood apart, clung to one another and refused to let go. Despite the sadness that we all felt that day, we can look upon that sadness as a success, because it means that we developed a strong bond which will not easily be broken. Everybody can learn something from the way that we came together. Because although our unity may surprise some, it really shouldn't come as a surprise to anyone. It was bound to happen because it was simply us joining together as a community. In other words, it was Wildcats being Wildcats. After all, that is what we do here in Johnson City. To be a Wildcat means always supporting those around you. Regardless of whether it is a time of tragedy, such as the Great Flood of 2011, where neighbors and strangers alike came together to help those who were impacted, or a time of joy, such as the athletes-to-athletes basketball games, where members of the JC community gather to watch teachers show off their skills while raising money for incredible causes. Being a Wildcat means being there for people and knowing that they'll be there for you. So I'd like to assert that the recent unity of our class was simply us Wildcats doing what we do best, coming together. Our senior shirt says the wait is over, with the numbers 1 and 7 replacing the I and the T. However, another idea to incorporate the number 17 into a slogan was Ohana means family. Although this idea was rejected because it didn't seem to fit our class, I think it was rejected in error. Class of 2017, we are all Wildcats, and we will always be a family. To conclude, thank you all for being here today to celebrate the accomplishments of this class. Whether you are graduating today or not, you should be proud, not only of us, but of where you come from. As we've demonstrated, being a Wildcat means something special. It means you can look at a diverse group of people, find the humanity in all of them, and accept them as part of your family. As we all prepare to part ways, we will become more like real Wildcats, a bit more solitary. But that won't last long because we will venture out and do as Wildcats do. Even though we will meet new people along our journeys, we will never forget our Wildcat family, the thing we know as home. Thank you.